Hello and welcome to our Thursday Mindfulness Zen. So today we're going to continue our mini mindfulness course, the Mind Gym. And we're going to talk about feeling your breath. Are you feeling your breath? So just a few days ago, I listened to an interview that Anne Hathaway, this Hollywood Oscar-winning actress, gave to one reporter. If you don't know, haven't heard of her, I don't know, maybe you've heard of this fairly old movie called The Devil Wears Prada or Les Miserables, anyway, Google it if you don't know, but I'm sure you'll recognize her when you see her. Anyway, she's really famous. She's like on the A-list of Hollywood actresses and actors. And so this reporter asked her a very interesting question. It was a fairly, revealing interview. And he asked her, "Are you stressed? Do you feel stress?" And then she said, "Yes, I've been stressed for many years of my life, decades, And then that kind of made the reporter like, wow, that's interesting. So why were you stressed? And then she said, because I didn't know how to breathe. Now that's very interesting coming from a Oscar-winning A-list Hollywood actor. I'm stressed because I didn't know how to breathe. You would have thought, they're so talented, so smart, that they'd have everything perfect. But as you can see, everybody is just human. That's one thing that we need to understand. But also, I was stressed because I didn't know how to breathe. Now, you might think, that's bullshit. Everybody knows how to breathe. Of course you do. You know how to breathe. Your body, actually, you don't know how to breathe. Your body knows how to breathe. You're not involved in this thing. You're not consciously involved. Your body regulates your breath just like the same way as your heart beats without you actually consciously telling it to. And really, if we had to be consciously in charge, most of us would be so distracted we might forget to breathe. And that might have not such nice consequences. But anyway, do we really know how to breathe? So that's a very good question, because if we learn to breathe properly, it actually reduces our stress and our anxiety, and it can actually improve a lot of our emotional states of mind. Also, it helps to improve our health. So in this mind gym that we're having, it's also to improve how we breathe. Now, some of you who have done some gym training will know the trainer will tell you, before you do a move, you have to exert yourself. He'll say, breathe in, breathe first, then make the move. Then maybe as you release, you breathe out. So it is actually very important to coordinate your breath with your movement, because one of the things is that you have to engage your core. Otherwise, you might injure yourself if you're lifting something heavy. So this breath is very important and very useful, because if you, like in a gym, if you breathe in, then you tighten your core. Then you can make an exertion against a difficult weight. So same thing applies to when we want to practice mindfulness, and actually that extends to our everyday life, because if we learn how to breathe properly, we can actually be more calm. That's one thing. Of course, less stressed as well. So in tonight's class, what I want to do is to try to see if you can start to feel your breath. Quite often when I have to drive, and I live in Penang, so sometimes traffic is pretty unpleasant. People cutting you up and stuff like that. And also sometimes you get caught in a jam. And then I will try to remind myself just to feel my breath. That means to feel myself breathing. And when I do that, I find that I can relax more. I'm not so kind of agitated or tensed up by what people will do, because I can come back to this moment and I know that it's just this breath, and whatever happens outside will happen and it will pass. Okay, traffic jam will clear up, people cutting you off, they will eventually go their way. There's nothing that you need to do about that. There's no need to get into some kind of road rage situation. So connecting with your breath is really important, and it's the fundamental aspect of practicing mindfulness. If you look at any of the books written on meditation, or even on yoga, actually, yoga started off was really about breathing. That was how it first began. Then all this different poses came in, but that's why the breath is so important. And that's why if we learn to really connect with it, we can really benefit, and there are very many benefits from it. So first thing I'd just like to remind you, when we breathe, is to breathe using your nose, not mouth, because there is a difference. So nose breathing is much more beneficial. I don't want to go into the science of it or the medical things related to it, but please breathe through your nose, not your mouth. And for those of you who've done meditation for long, doesn't matter, try it again. It's always helpful to reconnect with your breath, regardless of how long you've been practicing mindfulness or meditation. So tonight the practice is to feel your breath. So I can't show you my whole body, but take up both your hands, and with one hand put it at the level of your heart, in the middle of your chest, kind of like this, and the other one put it at your lower belly. Okay, that's all. So we just want to feel, when we breathe, the movement of our body. So that's all. Nothing complicated. Okay, in fact, there's nothing complicated about mindfulness practice. So if you get distracted in your head, your mind wanders off, don't worry, just come back to this feeling. So you should be able to feel that your hands are kind of moving a little bit in relation to your body. Okay, that's all. So tonight is feeling your breath. So another thing about feeling your breath, sometimes, this may not be you, people get into this kind of second level intellectual kind of discussion about it, like, how does my breath feel? Should it feel like this? So it's like thinking about how your breath feels rather than directly connecting with your breath and just feeling it. You kind of step back a bit and you kind of analyze it. So that's not what we want to do tonight. We don't want to analyze our breath. We just want to connect with it and feel it. And whenever we get distracted, just want to come back to feeling it again. Okay, so let's do this for the next 20 minutes or so and see how that goes. And if you have any questions, just write something in the comments or WhatsApp our number, and I'll try and answer for you. Okay, so remember, one hand middle of your chest, the other hand down at your lower belly, just beneath your navel. Okay, so close your eyes, then just allow yourself to breathe. No need to control anything, and just feel where your breath moves in your body. When you breathe in, allow yourself to relax and fully breathe in. And when you breathe out, just breathe out again in a relaxed way. Just let your body do the work. You don't have to get in between your body and its breathing. Okay, so try that and see how you go. Okay, taking your time, open your eyes and release your hands from your chest and your lower belly. So, hope that was helpful. Where did you feel your breath? Was it, movement at your chest or lower down at your lower belly? So, if you felt more movement down at your lower belly when you breathe in and breathe out, that's where we'd like to be. Okay, and there is actually some reason for that, because when you bring your awareness and your attention down to your lower belly and you allow your breath to come down, it also helps your energy settle. We in Asian culture we call it qi. So this qi can actually settle. Now, if you keep a lot of your qi or your energy up here in your head, you've got maybe 1 million thoughts a minute. You're being almost like pounded by all these ideas, and if you keep all your energy up here, you can kind of feel out of control, like everything's spinning out of your control. You're not grounded at all. Okay, so when your energy is all up here, we can kind of feel like our head's almost going to explode. In fact, in Korean meditation circles, some people experience that. We call that sang qi, which means qi rising up, because some people, when they practice meditation, they think about it too much, and then all their energy goes up to where they're thinking, and then they get headaches, they don't feel well, they feel very hot in their head. So that's what we call sang qi. And then that time, one of the things that you just have to stop, because you're not really practicing in the right way. So that comes from holding your energy up here in your head. Now, if you hold a lot of your energy at your chest, your heart level, then you will experience a lot of emotional ups and downs. That's where this word heartache comes from. If somebody you care very much hurts you, you actually feel it. It's not just a word, it's actually, you actually do feel this heartache. That's where it comes from. And if you have a lot of your energy here, then you get very emotional, up and down, and things make you angry, things make you very happy, you're in love one day and then you're not, all this kind of stuff. So that's your emotional center. Our heart is our emotional center. However, if you can let your energy come down to your lower belly, and in Asian culture we call it your energy garden or your tanjin, or in, I think, Chinese they call it dantian, then you're better able to regulate your emotions, and your thinking are more grounded. So your emotions and your maybe sometimes crazy thinking doesn't sway you so much. You're more grounded. It's like an anchor, a ship's anchor in a storm. It keeps the ship pretty much to the same place, regardless of what is happening on the sea or on the ocean. Okay, so that's why it's very important for us to learn to breathe correctly, and also to breathe in a relaxed way, not making ourselves anxious or agitated. Because if you start to breathe from your chest and breathe quickly, like you can actually make yourself feel agitated or anxious. You can try it after this class is over. But if you allow yourself to breathe in a more relaxed way, then you also take away some of the stress that you may be feeling. In fact, there are many stress and anxiety reduction techniques that are related to breathing. You know, I don't have time to go into that now, but you can check them out. So that's why breathing, feeling our breath, breathing well and breathing correctly, and remember using the nose, not the mouth, is actually very important and very helpful for you. So that's all I want to say. If you have any questions, please get in touch with us. And like to thank you for your practice and your attention tonight. Next week we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in 2 weeks' time to continue this mind gym. So I hope you stay well in the meantime, and have a very pleasant end to the week. Bye.